That's an epic, that was epic. Let's try that again. What's up, everybody? It's me here, Okomot. It's been quite a while. I did do a stream a couple... God, I don't know. It was a couple days ago. Unfortunately, the archive for that got eaten. Let me turn myself down. I see myself clipping a little over here. It's clipping, bitch. Yeah, anyways. Alright, so... Honestly, I don't like this intro. I'm gonna do this intro again. We're doing the intro again. Pretend you didn't hear any of that shit. Oh god, I don't like this angle. This is not... I don't like this. Alright, give me a second. I gotta fix this. This is what spontaneously going live after years of not going live does to you. Alright. This is also why I edit these before I put them on YouTube, for sure. Okay. And we're just gonna rock with it. Hopefully there's no important UI thing up here, but that's why I made this transparent. Aha! Okay, let me see what are the levels here. This looks like it'll be fine. Alright. I like the stylized fonts. I guess we're erasing this? Alright, we're erasing history? Is that what's happening? Oh, the game decided I took too long. Does that say Reddit? It said Reddit. No. I don't like that at all. That bodes ill. Even though I've played like the first hour or so of this like a while back, so... Well, not hour, it was a little more than that. It was like 2 or 3 hours, yeah. But it's been a long time, so... An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. Socrates? how did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Hang on. No, I should be, I guess, slightly... There we go. That's a good level. Because I remember this is how you're building your character, and I'm just like, but these are the answers I feel drawn to this time, so I guess this is what I'm going for this playthrough. Like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna be some, like, airheaded, like, ladies' man. Let's do it. Alright. I said, it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Holy crap, that was a botched reading. Let's do that again. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Oh? Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty. Right. Try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where a marriage and your new life as a master await you. Okay, hang on, we got... glossary. Where? Nuremberg, okay, there it is. Free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met, hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. No, no, no. Oh no, we don't do this. Hey. Ooh. Are out of here. Alright. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. As are many things. Trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I was just checking the levels. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Ah. Would you please... I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Go on the... Time to get up. 1. The Baron. April 15, 8. Check it out. Chicken. Got an ass. Beatrice, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. By the way, I'm gonna be mispronouncing shit this whole thing, so just to get used to it. The Heptameron, Prior Baronic. Barank keeps giving me all these books to read. Hang on, it keeps underlining that before I can fucking... Give me that ferret. Yeah, you've got the finger. Oh, okay. It's telling me it's that guy. Look for a guy with the ridiculous haircut. All right. I really should clean this up. Yeah, I really should. All right. We could just go back to bed. It seems. Well, let's go. You know what? What'll it do? Will it let us? It won't let us. I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after Compline. Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One of the little hours of prayer. The monks and nuns retire to their dormitories shortly afterward. Alright, cool. Alright, Ursula. Under... Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some awesome food. Some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. So that's me. It's me. Look. If I untie my hair, that's me. What the heck? They put me in here. I didn't... Did Sora steal my likeness? Otta stopped by? Otta? Oh, it's a typo. Whoa. Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could I mean, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? A type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen are typically worth 12 pfennigs, but may be minted at different values. Hang on, I gotta move this mic. I want to recline a little bit. Alright, there we go. This is good. Alright. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Oh gosh, well he's already wearing a hat. Fuck. Okay. I have thoughts. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. What is this shit? Damn. Just if I go full airhead, but no, I'm not gonna do that. You must take the consequences of an action into account, or be generous. You can spare the money and it will ease their brain. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, literally, we have the upper class font, like, we have to. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Oh, God bless you, Andreas. And may Saint Luke watch over you today. Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. The prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once at night, as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. It must be rather frightening starting all over again. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little boon. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Getting it. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say, God rest his soul. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Monastic hour at dusk. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Strucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Talk to Eva? Hello, Andreas. Talk more to Clara? Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat? Of course, Andreas. How could I help? I was wondering if I could help with your tax troubles. Oh, Andreas, you're our guest and tenant. Besides, it's far too much for one person to play alone. Can't be that much, can it? Your farm is smaller than your home. No, let's just do how much... I don't know if they'll see this as an insult. How much is it? 2 guldens. If you can't pay your rent early, that's alright. I'm sure we could find some way to pay the abbot. I'm happy to contribute whatever I can. I know times are hard for you right now. You have a good heart, Andreas, but I'm afraid I can't accept. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity while there's still ground to till. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead. I'm happy to pay early, Clara. You've been a good host to me, and I can do without more than your family. God bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, alright? He would hate to know I told you about our troubles. He won't know a thing. Thank you, Andreas. Until later, Clara. What kind of nightmare am I setting up? Because I feel like I'm definitely setting one up. Do you have new dialogue? Okay. One more trip up and then I'll leave. Just making sure. You know, y'all know me. You know me. You're watching this channel, you've seen my crap before, probably. You know that I find everything. Alright. There he is! Hat trick. Talk to Ill Peter. Our friend Ill Peter. What's up, Ill? God bless you, Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Are things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Perchta, the pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts. I love that. We're gonna have fun guessing games throughout this whole thing, I bet. Knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Sharper than you look, eh? The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that. The late husband of Otilia. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us like to keep the traditions alive. I won't mention that at the Abbey. Ha! The Abbey. Perchta's hounds, take the abbot. I should go. Huh? Alright, God bless you. Alright, Peter, what you got to say? Andreas? Oh, that's it, he doesn't want to talk. What about Big Jorg? Hey, Andreas. You say hello to the girls today? Eva and Clara? No, I meant the chickens. Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You named your chickens after the apostles? Isn't that blasphemy? I guess when you put it plain like that. But I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witnessed Jesus' greatest moments of hit glory and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. I gotta calm down. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Anyway, I should get back to it. Till later, Andreas. Till then. Morning, Andreas. Wait, what? Like I just didn't talk to him? Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me, Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? It smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wanderjahr? Your wanderjahr. Wandering years during which a journeyman, artist, or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Before you came to Tassing. Decisions, man! Italian and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. We've got Dutch and French, Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. And then we've got Italian, a little Greek, and can reference Florence, Venice, and Milan. Italy is very interesting. I like this Low Countries business. This is interesting. I don't know about this one. Maybe this one, but these are all interesting, but they're like truly equally interesting to me. I don't know that much about any of this, so I don't know which one I would prefer to learn about. I feel like the one I'd be most familiar with, I guess, would be Italian stuff, but that shield is crazy looking. I'm going with it. Antwerp, Bruges. Is it Bruges? Is it Bruges? And Ghent. All the great art cities of Flanders. Where's that? North and west, down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What'd you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. So we started off, I think we were on some hedonist shit, but... Craftsman. I like craftsman, but... hedonist ties in with our earlier choices, but it also makes it a very directed choice, whereas this would round him out a bit. Like, he's an artist. He's dedicated to being an artist, but he's also... kind of leery, like, well, I would say like many artists probably, are. So let's go with craftsman then. Alright, craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Other than art? Nothing. That's what I was there for. Art is the whole point, Big Jorg. The craft. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, sorry I asked. Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Till later. I wonder what I picked the first time I was playing this. I definitely would pick different things now. For sure. I think my whole life is different. Okay. Indris. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Of course. Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Well, you interrupted me. I was doing it. Why would you interrupt? I've always hated that. Sometimes when I'm like really, like something needs to be done fast, and I'm trying to do it fast, and someone starts like standing off to the side and being like, yeah, man, come on. Like, it's kind of distracting. It's like, stop. I have to, this is taking all my focus. Don't. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was doing all of those at once. It sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Don't look at me. Painting is hard enough. That it is. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Andreas Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. We got sheep blocking the path. Oh, fuck. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Martin, idiot, you gonna help them? Should I offer to help? Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. I love this guy. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'd probably just get in their way. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Well, no. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Steinauer's place. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky has given him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his... Lucky worked up because Johann pulled Lucky's pants down at Peter and Clara's wedding. Crazy. We gotta talk to Johann about this. Knock two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Help your aunt and your cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Jesus, Martin. Let's go troublemaker over here. Oh, we can't go up there. Okay. Give me a second. I need a second, okay? It's been a lot of reading. It's been a while since I've done a stream where I had to do so much reading. Okay. Fucking sheep, man. They gotta get these sheep under control. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Jesus! Oh, that's horrible, man. I didn't realize Father Thomas lets you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... witch mania? Oh god, don't say that, Andreas. We're less than a day's ride from Innsbruck, capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol, a major stop in the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Kiersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485. No need to get people around here all worked up about witches again. Besides, don't just talk about witches around Father Thomas. Just a bad idea. Good to know. So, supper tonight? After Vespers? We'll see. If not tonight, sometime soon then. See you later, Andreas. See you later. And as we can see, there's like a little lock there to tell me, hey, you can come back, but not right now. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. We've got our map here. Oh, nice. We've got, whoa. Lore. Called big because he is the biggest man in town. Big Jorg! That's what I'm talking about! Clara, known for her kindness and her concern for her husband's health. Klaus is the printer, so that's why he gets that treatment with his text. Weird place for a press. Does trade with pilgrims and other travelers. We've got Peter. Wait, hang on a second. I see. Okay. Here we've got, let's see, we've got the blacksmith, we met him. We got Eva, largely raised by her brother and father. Yeah, she was there in the house. We got Prior Fenric, who is our boss, basically, it seems. We got Hetty, who is known for being loud and brash and drinking too much, and yeah, we met her. That was interesting. God, they introduced a lot of people to us really fast. That's kind of amazing. Like, we're less than an hour into the stream, and what, 20 minutes of it was me playing music? So 40 minutes in, and they've already introduced like 20 characters, right? If I'm doing my math right, that's kind of nuts. Okay. Very efficient, and I do feel like all these people have left, most of them have left an impression on me. I don't know who this guy in the bottom right is. I'll be learning. Oh, I saw him getting pissed. That's right. Okay. Ill Peter, perpetually on death's door, but continues to work the field in spite of it. The oldest man in town. We've got Johann, who is friendly with most of the families in town, but determined to expand his farm. We've got Lorenz, who is a lover of books and art, so we'll probably vibe with him. There's Lucky, who is known for his great strength. Yeah, we got Marie. We got known for his churlish youth and petty theft. Fuck you, Martin. We're gonna make Martin... We're gonna fuck with Martin. I think we're gonna bully Martin. I think that this is the bully Martin playthrough, if that's possible. Otto Zimmerman! Let's go! We got town carpenter and sort of son of old Otto. So we're gonna meet an old Otto, maybe. Known for his dislike of the Abbey. So this is an we have an r/atheism poster here. And then we've got Peter, known for his temper and his dislike, so we don't want to make him lose any more hair. We got brother Piero, look at him. I love him, okay? We've got Ursula, and then we got freaking Veronica. We don't know much about her. Okay. Alright. We went over it. Wait. No. I gotta go over some more. Hang on. There's something else I wanted to look. Where? How did I do that? Was it triangle? Okay, yeah. We got our people, and then what? Did I just get a new person? It added a person somewhere. Well, I don't give a fuck. Wait, no, I do give a fuck. Hang on. Trying to just finish looking at what's all in here. Okay, then we've got our glossary here, and yeah, we read about this stuff. But it's nice to see it that there's like a nice spot where I can like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay. And then finally what we have here. Okay, so this is like our character sheet. So, yeah, Nuremberg and Low Countries. I wonder how that's going to affect things. I'm pretty sure this is not what I chose the first time I was playing this. God bless, Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, good. This guy reminds me of Gabe Newell for some reason. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? I do, but I've been working... I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. A man has many, many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. Almost everyone in town works hard, though. Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise you I'll make it this Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the... Oh my! What a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Give me 1 second. Sure. Can I pause? I can't pause. Master Mahler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Prosperous imperial free city on the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River, Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors here were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. Alright, so Venice, one of the most powerful republics on the Italian peninsula. Sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea, Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. And then we've got Innsbruck, capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol, and major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Kiersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it is also the... Oh, we've read about the witch trials. Okay. Okay. I know what that is now. Sorry about that. Yeah, my wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of the 3 colleges of the imperial estates of the Holy Roman Empire. The prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Who was the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him. An older man from Nuremberg with enough of a reputation to paint the emperor. Ah, Albrecht Dürer, well known across the empire and a legend in our mutual hometown. Ah, you are also from Nuremberg. Interesting. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Abbot of Kiersau before Father Gernot, widely respected by the monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. A great loss for the abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tassiae. Okay. He was reading during my last visit. An account of the early history of Tassing. Kiersau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, then you should speak with young Master Mailer here. It is an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. A room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. Of course, my lord. It would be an honor. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he gonna do, refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Miklos, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt, one of the most populous cities in the empire and located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 and is a center for humanist thought. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg. Controversial for his opinions on the Church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. He says things about the Church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree, wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the Church. A list of propositions against the Church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Greneau does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. No. My family is merely wealthy enough to provide me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. Right. We got some breakdowns here, okay? Aristotle was a Greek philosopher and student of Plato. Renowned as a polymath, he wrote on a wide variety of subjects. His work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him than he could have ever written. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among northern humanists. He's known for his works in Latin and Greek, as well as his calls for reform within the church. We've got Ficino. Marsilio Ficino was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin. And then we, of course, have Cicero, the statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He is revered both for his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. Alright. And everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? I like that. So you realize that he's smarter, and so his class text changes. Epic. Alright. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. We'll rock it. Well, I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you would never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perched as dogs, tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Did you have a favorite subject? The occultist would be cool, but I think logician would be helpful, and I feel like I would like that. But I feel like orator kind of fits with his, like, chasing girl, like the fact that he's a lawyer, but he's like a talker too. It fits with him being a lawyer. I'm gonna go with orator. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Ha! I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas, an immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist in the tradition of scholasticism. We've got Saint Augustine of Hippo, an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. Hippo Regius! These nonsense names are getting more nonsensical. He is recognized as a doctor of the church and is most known for his works The City of God and his autobiographic Confessions, as well as his development of the doctrine of original sin. True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. The Roman Republic. It's rock. Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind toward Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments and then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid! Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence, Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church and an impressive center for the arts. Well put. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? I'm gonna go with logician, but fuck, if I get a chance for a third one, occultist, dude. Yeah. Alright. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the organon for logic and Euclid's elements for geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Mathematician of ancient Alexandria, he is recognized as the father of geometry and is most well known for his book of Elements, the foundation of all university education on geometry. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. Peter Abelard is a 12th century French teacher, philosopher, and theologian. Theologian? Is that how I'm supposed to say that? He is known for his philosophical work in logic and his theological work in atonement theory. He is also remembered for his love affair with his student, the renowned Benedictine nun, abbess, and scholar Heloise de Argenteuil. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. This was the 13th and 14th century English Franciscan philosopher and theologian, known for his commentaries on Peter Abelard's 4 books of sentences, his defense of apostolic poverty, and his writings on faith and reason. I'm getting tired of there are too many name drops. There are too many. Okay, reading these glossary entries it's wearing me down, man. Okay. Whew. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. All monks and friars, of course. A great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the Church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong? I question that these great men should have had to wrestle logic into what the church established by fiat and force. Ah, there's the abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kearsarge at all? My family have been patrons of Kearsarge for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kearsarge had a wonderful library and artisans. Artisans? Professional artists have taken over most manuscript productions, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. I'm getting sent a lot of messages. I'm sure they're not. Okay, they're not related to the stream. Okay. This is as good a place as any to create art. Certainly, though I'm sure you miss the comforts of Nuremberg when you're stuck in a drafty old abbey like this. I do, but the abbot is paying good money, good enough to put up with a bit of discomfort. That's good for me, since I still appreciate the abbey's work. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Grenot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. Love him. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color, and I very much look forward to seeing it. Miklos, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Founded in the 6th century, the Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Kearsarge is a place out of time in more ways than one. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. Oh god, my boss is here. Ah, you must be Father Grenot. I'm Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes. I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes. Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now! Of course, Father. I'm eager to get to work. Then get to work! Shit. Should have asked him about an advance for the Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matteo to pay me early. Well, that guy's pissed. He's not gonna do it anyway. We're hanging with the nuns. All right, we're back. We are. We're back. All right. I don't like that yelping noise. It makes me very uncomfortable. Okay. I was wondering if it was in the song. I was like, I've never noticed this sample before. Okay. So what do we got? We got Gertrude. God bless you, Master Maller. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Steinerin received yesterday. What? Saffron? Really? Where did you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Okay, so we're learning about these sisters. Maybe you can convince Prior Ferenc to get some for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefinger? What kind of a name is Mousefinger? She's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Satya one of these days. Oh, I didn't look at that one. Well, if she mentions her again, we'll get a chance. Keep an eye out. Lisbeth, God bless you, Master Mahler. Okay, we've got, what is this? A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. So this is the patron saint of Tassing, the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in our shrine, so that's whose hand that is. We got it. Yeah, he converted and they were martyred. And there is a holy lance called the Spear of Destiny, or the Lance of Longinus. Is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance, and several places claim to possess it. And apparently this hand once held it. Kind of creepy. Someone's hand, bro. Alright. Margaret. God bless you, Brother Piero. No, wait, it's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still, working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mailer. I hope that's, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it. I'm probably going to be flip-flopping all game with these pronunciations. So, like I said earlier, please bear with me, okay? Alright. Father Matteo maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Sounds like a cool gig. Okay, no. Alright. God, our boss is pissed. We are fucking around. Ah, feverfew. It always smells so fresh. Prior's house? What's up, Cecilia? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern is it of yours? You said much in saying nothing. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. Boom! We pissed her off, bro. That was not a good move. Is there something I can help you with? No, my apologies. Until later. Yeah, she We fucked up. That was... I don't know why I decided... I guess because I've been invincible in conversations thus far. Damn. She's mad. Oh, she mad. Okay, wait. I think I'm in the convent. Hang on. Got me. Passing is lucky to have so much wound wort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Got Matilda. God bless you, Master Mailer. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mailer. Alright. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. The sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. God bless you, Master Mahler. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean no offense, Master Mahler, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. You as well, sister. Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Mouse finger! Aww. Hell yeah. When you can pet the kitty, I'm happy. Okay, I think we can go explore here. Where did I get a... Alright. The doors into the convent are locked to outsiders, men at least. Got a painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Wait, we need to read about this Hildegard. Hang on, gotta wait for it to draw, I guess. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific warrior on a variety of subjects, from theology to musical composition to medicine. Maybe we can make a reference to Hildegard in her presence, and that'll win her back over. This door must lead into the rect of the convent, not for me. Wait, one more time. Fuck. Hoping I could just be like, so, about that, I already forgot her name. Fuck. Rip. Alright. Let's get out of here. I love that rabbit. Into the shrine. Now we just gotta go into the church. We've got the cloister. Let's go into the church. Let's check out the church.
Victime Pascali laudes, immolent Christiani, Agnus redemit oves, Christus innocens patri, reconciliavit peccatore.
God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh, yes. It was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his on Easter, all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Yeah, that'd be a cool job. We're going to the crypt. I'm twisted. I hang out in the crypt. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markers go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kirsau's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. Lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Hey. Hey, there's a key. Hey! Now what? Wait. Was I not supposed to... Well, this just seemed... This is just me investigating things because I do this. Fuck. Well... Oh, the secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Okay, so I can't take it, but I know it exists, and that's good. That gives me a way into the library. That's a cool thing to stumble on my first day, huh? I got an achievement for that shit. Alright, we got the tower. Let's check this tower out. Oh, no one's here, but maybe we can ring the bells? No. Well, it is nice to be here. The cloister's there, but we will hold off. The dorm... We got a lot of places. God bless you, Andreas. How's the sacristy today, Matteo? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mahler? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing. I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? I'd like to collect my wages. Prior Finrick hasn't informed me that you've finished any new manuscripts. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matteo. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Curaçao, but for Tassing as well, for Curaçao. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gertners? Oh, damn! I can press him a little bit. I'm gonna do it. What is this about, Andreas? I would like to help the Gertners pay their taxes to the Abbey. Then plead your case to Father Gernot. It's his decision. The matter is pressing, Brother Matteo. In the name of Christian charity, isn't there anything you can do? What's giving you pause? Didn't admit that they asked for help. Fuck. My sacred duty is giving me pause, Master Maitler. Speak to the Father Gernot. I have no problem paying you early if it's the Abbot's will to do so. God bless you. Fuck. So I gotta ask Mr. Pissed. And, he's gonna be future. He's still pissed because look at me. What is it you think you're doing, Master Mahler? Stare innocently. Stay away from the sacristy. You know you're not allowed in there. I just want to admire all the sacred objects used during Mass. Then come to Mass. Ah, of course. My apologies. Thank you, Master Mahler. What about the Old Bailey? Oh, the scriptorium's out here, so this is where that shit is. Fuck, this place is huge! Friar's house? What is this? Volvel? I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. It looks like the lines between the holes form constellations. I think they do anyway. Ah, a quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. Given the number of letters and the size of the disc, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. I wonder what it's for, a cipher of some sort? I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Ooh. I guess most people don't explore this thoroughly because I'm finding things that feel like they're like endgame things. Well, I can't I would love to look at this piece of paper on the desk, but I can't. At least it's really clear about what you can and can't do. I appreciate that about it. Scriptorium, we are not going there for a little bit. It's another sunny day. I'll meet you with the symmetry gate. Morrissey's a fucking dickhead. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The founders were donated by her descendants. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. I guess we'll check out this cloister fine. Whoa. Bookman. God give you health, Master Mahler. Brother Sabbat, I am surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many years ago. Meeting of bishops that took place between 1414 and 1418 in the Diocese of Constance to end the Papal Schism. It was also notable for the condemnation and capture of the Bohemian theologian Jan Hus. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss those mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mahler, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to. Someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I would like that. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. Townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I've had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. The edgelord. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Fuck, everyone wants to have dinner, bro. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. So I'm going to be letting someone down, looks like. Refectory. Courtyard and lavatorium. Large garden. Infirmary? Let's check out the infirmary. Saint Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? The brothers and sisters are well, so I am well, thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. One of the largest cities in Italy, Bologna has been a center of the arts for centuries. It houses a well-known university, which was... I'm so immature, man. I'm laughing at Bologna. I just can't... That's great. That's just great. Okay, I'm calm now. Alright, sorry. Whew. It houses a well-known university which was home to both Dante and Petrarch. Quite interested in it. Can you read Italian? Ah, no. Little Italian and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it, if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Till then. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes Steinauren with some help from Sister Gertrude. And let's see. Okay. It's good to That crazy last name, Agnes. That's her. Okay. God damn it, Agnes. Chapter house. What's in here? Whoa, this painting is great. Whoa. I love this. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. Beautiful. An artistic allegory on the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society to communicate that death inevitably claims everyone, from the peasant to the emperor. It is beautiful, yeah. Surprised there isn't a translation for the text about that's interesting text. Recipe the brothers have for peas. Derink. God bless you, Andreas. I like how I'm supposed to be at work and I just come in here. This guy's gotta be so fed up with me. I sit here and pet his dog. Andreas. God bless you, Father Gurno. I wanted to speak with you on behalf of the Gertners. The Gertners? What about them? They're struggling to cope with the increase on taxes. I'd like to negotiate a better rate on their behalf. You are an artist, Andreas, not a banker. The financial agreements between the Abbey and the Gertners are none of your business. Maybe not in the long run, Father, but I hate to see them struggling. Can't we discuss something? Kearsarge owns the land the Gertners farm. They have a financial responsibility to the Abbey. It is not only my right to tax the farmers, but my responsibility to provide for my brothers and sisters. I'm sorry, but the Gertners will have to find their own way to pay what they owe. God bless you. Damn, just no. Refused, bro. Piggy refused. Piggy refused. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And the other guy refused too. So how am I gonna help him? I guess I'm just not helping him. The cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten, will be pickled. Sorry, I'm rattled now. It's like, come on, bro. Just help them out a little bit. It's like, nope, they have a duty to pay what they owe. Alright. Factory. What's this all about? Where we eat dinner, isn't it? Where the brothers eat their meals. This is where the lector reads to them. I think I read at one point. I'm sure that I remember doing. Oysters. Lucas. This hair, man. I gotta do this. I gotta do this to my hair. This is that's a great style, you know? It's, the more I see it, the more it's like, yeah, just have your hair and then just cut like a big spot and just like make it really even so it looks ridiculous. Hell yeah, dude. Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is brother Wojslav working you hard? Wojslav? Yeah, that's a name I'm gonna be fucking up. No, dressing like a monk is a very comfortable aesthetic. It is. Yes. I have some garments in this house that I put on that look kind of silly and monk-like, but they are very, very comfy. Not too bad. Brother Wojslav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Wajlov will teach you well in time. Brother Adok complains about his food, too, but he complains to Brother Wajlov. He looks kind of shifty. He just looks pissed. I don't like him. Alright. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about. The fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gertners? It's great. They're a lovely family. Clara's a good woman, and she looks after Big Jorg and Eva like they were her own. They're both almost fully grown. True. I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassing tomorrow. Until then. God bless you. God bless you! Alright. And there's so many little spaces here. That guy's gonna scream at me whenever I finally get to the scriptorium. Oh man, he's gonna be pissed. Volkbert? What a name. I still haven't met this Otto fellow. This r/atheism Otto. Pilgrim badges of St. Moritz. Indris makes these. I'm sure at some point my lack of religious knowledge is going to be very why do I want to say forecasting? It's going to be very obvious and embarrassing a little bit. Yeah, hanging out with the pigs would be pretty nice. Monument to the founder of the Abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. That's right, I've read this already. I've been here. Okay. Did I miss any? Hang on. I gotta do a quick run through everything one more time before I go to the scriptorium. There's nothing. What is this up here? Pretty sure I went up here. What's in the cloister? I didn't try going down there or to the dorm. Okay. Here. Oh. I can go tell that. I'll go tell that guy that he refused. Brother Matthew, I've spoken with the abbot about the Gertner's taxes. Oh? Father Gonad said, no! I didn't say to do this! I thought maybe I could pressure him more. No, I didn't say do this, bro! No! I'm upset. Alright. Did he? The abbot hadn't said anything to me about it. Well, he's been quite busy with Baron Rothvogel's early arrival. Of course. Very well. Come with me. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Grenot and Prior Ferenc. Thank you, Brother Matthew. Oh, God, bro. I didn't tell him to do this. He just did this on his own. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. Yeah, that's a good idea. That was so stupid, bro. I'm just cringing. I'm internally cringing. That was not a good way to accomplish that. I thought I could pressure them or something. Alright, we've explored all this. Okay, I think we are coming up on... Yes, we're going to that scriptorium, I think. I'm gonna go, what if I go tell the guy... Oh, okay, hang on, this isn't the right place. I'm thinking it would be funny to go tell the guy. I wonder if it would let me just go up to him and just be like, hey, so I got my money, motherfucker, it's in my hand. Alright, we got people to talk to. Alright, Piero first. Andreas, God bless you, so good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Jorg Gertner says, if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elijah outside of Bethel. Are you now comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Brother Guy... God, I have to side on this. I hate Brother Adok. Calm yourself, Brother Adok. You're too sensitive to Guy's jokes. I am old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. What a bitch, dude. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc isn't overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he was visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. The true craftsman cares more about quality than simply being fast. With skill comes speed. Sadly, it may elude you forever. I would rather take my time than compromise quality. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like everyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising, religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kirsau Abbey. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indermauer manuscript. A prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. Okay. Gosh, sometimes I get a little tongue-twisted with all this. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indermauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. A type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the divine office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone, or... Why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Lectio Divina is the thoughtful reading of and meditation on Scripture. The practice leads to prayer and contemplation. It is a daily part of life in Benedictine communities. Communities, people. Community. Could I just... Have you considered the Lord? You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. Could I just get the book? Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just gonna ask Illuminata to get it. What a name. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Inder Maur manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. That's what clients want. What do you want? Where are you in this work? I didn't know there was room for me in here. It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realize it or not. What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. I gotta calm down. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illustrate a path to truth. The technique is all that matters to me, perfecting the craft. Can't that be enough? Only you can answer that, Andreas. There was a time that I marveled at my own technique. But there is a reason we monks do not usually identify ourselves in our work. It foments pride, vanity. With time, I learned to take simple satisfaction in helping to spread truth to others. But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Why is that? Why has Kearsarge kept this up for so long? Some people, some places have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. Why did it just give me like a be a dick to Brother Guy moment there? I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Where is the time gone? It is already terse. Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m., one of the little hours of prayer. Terse precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. The Rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Already know what the fuck that is. What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the... But then Prior Ferenc came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Ferenc should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Nod. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Oh, that reminds me, there are a few more books I've been wanting to borrow. You can't be serious. You want more books? I think Prior Ferenc has given you more than enough. What does she want me to say? Ferenc just gives me those books. He hopes I have the same interest in the occult that he does and wants to talk about them. Tell her the truth. She knows Ferenc is the one requesting. She wouldn't hold me accountable for something that isn't my fault, would she? I don't ask for those books. He just gives them to me and asks for my opinion. That's between the two of you. My concern is only for the books. I can't give them out to just anyone. I'm not just anyone. You're right, you're not. You're not a member of this community. The brothers have their vows and vocation to guide their conscience. You could just wander off with half the library if I loaned it to you. I take offense to that. I may love these books, but I would not run off with them. My concern for the books does not end at the library door, nor does my responsibility. Please understand that. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Ferenc so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't even know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and he's paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course. I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I'll tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid, a poetic epic telling the legend of Aeneas, a heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny to found Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC by the Roman poet Virgil. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years? The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Remember Dido? That's an artist I haven't heard of in forever. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. You women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? How would you know? True, she knows her life better than I do. I like that it guides me towards being not a fucking prick. Like that, just they added that there because I'm sure there were a lot of players that were just like, it's not a big deal. That's funny. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a man. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry, for men. Now, the books, if you please. Hang on. I gotta see. What was he writing? Wait! I can't check it? What the fuck? Hey, there's another book over here. Thank you. Next, Wretched Garin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. Okay, that was that one over there. An Italian chivalric romance written by Andrea de Barberino in the early 15th century. The titular character rises from impoverished origins to go on heroic adventures and discover his noble parentage. Originally published as a manuscript, it enjoyed greater success as a printed book. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Lugano. Highly contested Swiss market town located in the southwestern Alps. The Dukes of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation in 1513. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, and then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Garin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anything for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for we are all one. You are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Well, actually, I did study law at university. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. I want to look at this book. Man, I think I lost my chance. I assume that... Because I know where the wheel is, unless he took it. But, like, I've seen the wheel, and I've seen that, so it's like, I know that he's writing a ciphered message in there. Let me read it now. That's what I want to do. Okay. There's only one book left. Then you will be freed from bondage. Dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Oh, I remember that. I believe Brother Guy was reading it. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. I was wondering if it would give me some text about him. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Ah, it's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. Bastard script. Elegant descenders. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. I haven't asked so many questions. I've asked one question twice and you haven't answered me. I have good reason to not answer you. Yes? 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books, all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. The Church was wrong. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas, and Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. How did Father Gernot even know the book was here? Mother Cecilia made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? I'm not sure. I'll hide it. Keep it safe. I like read it and become a French heretic. Give me that book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Roth. Fuck, I have a choice? Appeal to your duty as the librarian of this abbey, not to destroy this book. My duty is to God and to the vows I made to the rule. But, what about the librarian's rule? The rule to protect books? Damn, I yelled that the church was wrong. I fucked myself. No, you just made that up. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the abbey, far away. I'll be gone by the time Father Gurneau asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out of here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I offered unsolicited legal advice and then explained my legal education. I love that that's a little knock against me. I'm trusting you in this, Andreas, against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this. Alright, I got that book, I got that achievement. Hell yeah. Now let me look at that cipher. I want to look at the cipher in the light. Ugh. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly though, I need to finish up here soon. She may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. You said he buys books from the Abbey. What kinds? Fuck. It's like, this sounds interesting. This is like the... He mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tessiae. He said it had some scandalous details in it. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I have heard of it, but I have never read it, and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much? Can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It is not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Do you prefer... Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis of virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So, perhaps there is merit in that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Smile devilishly. What are you smiling about? Oh, just a little secret. And I will leave you to your self-satisfaction. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Yeah, let's let her not know that we know about that. That's the bell for Sext! Sext! Monastic hour corresponding to noon. One of the little hours of prayer followed by dinner. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. Hang on, I gotta send this to someone. There's someone special I gotta send. There's someone that will have a laugh. Alright. I think he's working by the guest house below the Abbey. Yes! I wonder what Prior Ferenc was doing with this book. In the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it Pex. That's where Ferenc is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. Friend of his? Text on astronomy, it looks like. I'm not familiar with it. Bastard script. Burgundian? Flemish. Not from here, not recently. That's definitely Ferenc's handwriting, between the lines and in the margins. Denotating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled, not like Ferenc to be so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. Fuck! I can't make any sense of this. Wait, the Volvel I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Volvel is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. There's something I'm missing. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time. I'll copy this down now to reference later. Okay, good. Good, we got a copy, I guess. I'm surprised they didn't show him doing that, like doing the copying. Alright. It's sexed. Still don't know how to connect the elemental symbols on the Volvel with the astrological symbols on the cipher. Until I figure out the connection, I can't decipher the note I found in Ferenc's book. I found the secret passage in the crypt. There has to be a book in the library I can use to figure this out. Maybe I can find a way in after dark, because the sister's usually in there. If all else fails, I could maybe ask Warner Stoles. He lives off North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but find a way to get the information out of him. Alright. Get out of here, then. Can't get that horrible song out of my head, man. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Fruit. Is everyone not here? What is this? Everyone's settling down for dinner, right? So, you know. Maybe there's some weirdo who eats dinner down here. Eats slop with the pigs, maybe. Excuse me. I'm sure the kitchen and cellar are popular places right now. I like that the vibes are different in here. I appreciate that detail. Alright, let's see. Taxes. We've got money, but it was, we lied. We lied. We've got a few more pages. Clara gave me some food. Gotta go check out Otto. Working below the Abbey, it says. Got our maps. That does help, actually. So I can see, yeah, a lot of what they're talking about are just nearby places that I imagine it must have been. I mean, it used to take you days to travel back then. It's always mind-blowing to me. Like, I always have kind of a realization when I'm looking at, like, old maps. It's like, wow, that was, like, months of your life sometimes. Alright, our objective is over by the stable. Seeing if there's anything else that's dotted on here. Not really. Okay, and then what do we got? We've got lots of new people up in here. Known for his unpleasant manner. But he's the doctor. That's interesting that he's the one that I was like, maybe he'll help me sneak into the library? Okay, so I guess I've built my character out. I see that there's maybe slots for like 1 or 2 more things. Alright. I don't think we even got to look out here last time. We missed. If there was someone in here in a conversation to have, we missed it. Oh man, that's a bummer. I bet it was a good one, whatever it was. Smoke a good one today, by the way, friends. Oh, we missed this too. Socraterium. Creepy little middle room. Okay, I guess I should be going to dinner, but I'm just gonna see how far it'll let me explore. I gotta go find Otto. He's out of here. You know what? The monks, let the monks eat, okay? I gotta free myself from this thing of trying to find everything, because I'm already seeing that it's gonna be annoying. Oh, it's dipshit again. Let's bully him. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? I thought we could have a pleasant conversation for once. Why would I want that? I got so many better things to do. What is your problem with me? You're an annoying windbag, Andreas. You talk a lot. You don't really do anything. That's not true. I work hard every day. My dad says scribbling and painting aren't real work. You don't have to dig in dirt. You don't have people nagging at you all the time. So stuff your fat nose back in your paintings, your fat nose back in your paintings, and leave me alone. Invite him to dinner? Well, would you like to join Otto, Andreas, and me for dinner? You know what, Andreas? I don't want to eat supper with you fucking lot of old farts. Alright, fine. I tried. What? Oh, there he is! The man, the myth, the legend! Let's check out the guest house first. It's got the cauldron simmering. Miklaus. God be with you, Andreas. Okay. Good day, Master Maller. Ah, Andreas. Good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas Otto. Afternoon, Andreas Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Start with the cheese. Not that bad of an injury. It just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. I have some rye bread. I want that cheese crumb. I'm not gonna leave that. Yeah, it looks fucking delicious, man. This guy's got a honey bun? That must have been some hard shit back then. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the Abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. I want the cheese crumb! Alright. My almonds. I feel like those are like afterwards you kind of snack on them while you're sitting there and kind of enjoying and basking in your meal, you know? That's me eating the almonds. Alright. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? He's here to check on a actually, hang on. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tassing and Kirsau. Oh, right. I saw him get into it with Lucky this morning. I'm not one for gossip, but that can't be good for anyone. Didn't I see the widow, Kimperin, get into it with you too as well. I vaguely remember that. Seems like the Baron... I remember her yelling some crap at me. That was weird. It seems like the Baron left more than one bad impression on his last visit to Tasking. I mean, it was only like an hour or two ago, but it feels like a lifetime. I feel like I worked a whole day. I actually feel like I just went on a whole... I was at work, man. I don't remember what happened this morning. Alright. Father Matthias knew him well, but he had misgivings about the man. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back. Old Rannig, may he rest in peace. The late husband of Attila, God. He beat him up. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. What did you talk about, then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? He talked to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Of course, that's what he's interested in when he's not at the Abbey. When he's at the Abbey. If he's in Tassing, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. And because he's friendly with the abbot, no bad would ever come to him. It's galling. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andreas. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bower's sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. Of course. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andreas, that's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. He's still a boy. He's just a boy. He still has time to change. I've never known a thief to change, but maybe his responsibilities will make a man out of him. Speaking of the Bower's sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon. Otto. I got it, Andreas. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Andreas. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me, if you get a chance. He wants to holler at Hat Girl. I'll try to remember. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Until later. Back to work. After dinner work. Let's check out... Oh, we can't check out the Abbot house. Martin, just hanging out outside in the rain. Buddy. What's wrong with you? What a weirdo. God bless you, Andreas. Hello, Brother Matteo. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kirsau's sacrist? Yes, I tend to the shrine of Saint Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Kirsau both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is cared for. The shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of Saint Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You are familiar with the life of Saint Moritz, are you not? I've been so focused on my masterpiece, I never had a moment to learn about Saint Moritz. Well, you ought to learn something about Tassing's patron saint while you're here. By all means. Saint Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected the town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. What do you mean, his legion? Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates Saint Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Yes, I've been hearing about some of the pagan history in town. There are some in Tassing who still cling to the pagan traditions, yes. God save them. Saint Moritz and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the pagan townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of this town's leader, Sasha, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by those miraculous gifts, the town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. So what happened to Sasha? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm. What an astounding story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Matteo. You are welcome, Master Mailer. God bless you. Till later, brother. Carl. I love this, with a K. Let's go. Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of Saint Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. Your dedication to Saint Moritz is impressive. Oh, well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Helena. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz Hand and Statia's shrine to pay for their aid. Moritz's Hand. I hope that the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. The other one seems so pointless. Why would I be... I'm already in deep. I'm here. I'm at a religious place. Why would I be like, praying isn't going to help you? Like, what the fuck? Can I... No. Waste of time. Alright. One day that book on the table is going to be useful, I'm sure. We will pet Mousefinger. Fuck it. Fuck it! Alright. Okay, nothing to see here. Anything change in the shrine? Well, everyone's gone, that chain. I can steal the hand! God bless you. Alright, so not everyone has something to say to me all the time. But I'm still gonna be checking in with it. Let's see. Good day, Andreas. One here? No, never here. Singing guy. Alright. Is anyone left in here? Anyone having second dinner? Is there one guy down here? Yeah, he is. Alright, these people don't have anything to say. I guess just back to work then. I was hoping one of them would be like, did you see something, but nope. Nothing. Alright, like wait. This, oh, chapter house? Alright, we're back. Brother Adoc, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent, praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally, you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Excuse me, Prior Ferenc, but I believe your point is made. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium, and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Whoa, his angry eye. Do you see that one big eye on Adoc? Look at him. Man, just look at that eye. He is, you know, when you're really pissed, you know. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Ferenc is right. Prior Ferenc, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is... well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Kirsau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this. Of course. Of course. We only want to accommodate you. Aha, Andreas. Good to see you again. How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. He acknowledges him respectfully without being overly... Father Gruno, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art. The illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Piero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Fuck. This is what happens to me in real life. Okay? I end up with more work. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Say nothing. Ah, well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. You had this planned! You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are. And you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Prior Ferenc is right, of course. No wonder we didn't get more commissions. Kai, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? You're so insincere and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers! If you please, Sister Zdena and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. That was not one, but there's nothing to be done about it now. Finish my work and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the abbot's table. It's Vespers! Get ready for Vespers, everybody! Alright. I'm gonna take a small break. I'll be back. The thing is, there's company at my house, so I want to go hang out for a little bit. But only for a little bit, like 15 minutes. I'll be back and I will continue. Who's turning in? What do we have here? A few more pages. Abbot's table. Wash up at the lavatorium in the cloister, and then factory. Okay. See, is there anyone hanging in the courtyard, maybe? I feel like someone needs to be hanging in this fucking courtyard. Yeah. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. That's a shame, I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair, it's humiliating. Oh, no, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And all we need a taste of humility from, and we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Curacao Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothwagel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Ferenc is wrong about you being slow. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will ride over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now, I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Fuck, hang on. Go over here. I wonder how this would feel. I feel like on a touchscreen this would feel great. I wonder if there's a touchscreen version. Alright, that's an idea. Let's go see. It's probably not late enough, but I would like to go check the crypt. I guess I can only do it at night. What a pain in the ass. Okay. Alright, I know they're in the refectory. Where does it say to wash the hands? The cloister? Is that what it said? Where is it? Okay. Lavatorium in the cloister. Upper Abbey? Am I crazy? I'm not seeing it. Was it here? Was this it? Maybe? Is that what it's talking about? When I was talking to Piero, is that what I did? Maybe I didn't notice. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and head then to the... That would make sense because it would make me have to talk to Brother Piero. Alright. What in the world? This layout has gotten really confusing. There it is. Jesus. Okay. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gano, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Yes. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gano, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that he has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. Okay, I can look. The quail! My god, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think the Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean, no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Oh, he's really put me in a difficult position. I want to pick this one, but I know this isn't gonna be what I get, dude. I want to be a debate bro. I'm gonna be a debate bro. Oh no. Oh no. Why not join in a debate? It may bring everyone closer to understanding truth. Yeah, we're reforming this church. We're reforming this church. Alright. Because the abbot will be furious with me. That's why. Why not? Where should we start? Debate. Excellent. Why not start with the 95 Theses? Enough! Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous. Outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tasse. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. Why, Andreas? Why did you engage him? I expect better of you. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. Well, it sucks, man. He cut me off. He cut me off immediately. He didn't give me a chance to reform the fucking church. He just said, fuck that. You're not saying shit. Damn. I got shut the fuck down. Ooh, it burns. I feel the burn in here, really. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Gurneau and the Baron. I'm sure it will all be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. Hang on. I do think that maybe, yeah, because, like... But I don't think he would. Fuck. What am I supposed to say here? Because I feel like if I just... feel like I should say this out of concern, maybe. But I feel like it's not how it's actually written here. I feel like this is more me finger-wagging the Baron. And it's not really that I think that. I just think it would help. I think it would help. Shoot. Shoot. I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. Think on Matthew, Andreas. Our forgiveness should come like God's love, freely, without condition. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ha! That is for the younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. I should get some sleep. No. I'm going into the fucking library, bitch. Run over to the convent garden, start hanging out at the convent at night. What a creep. Imagine, I just keep coming in here and saying and bothering her for no reason. Gotta remember this. I feel like it's gonna be important. Hildegard of Bingen. One more. You always pet the cat. I'm allergic to cats. And I always pet the cat, okay? So I didn't really understand that I was allergic to cats until I had one, and then I was like, oh fuck, I am very allergic. Oh god. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must be awake. I wonder how he's doing. What was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gurtness. Hang on. Okay, it's just not gonna let me. Whoa! Oh, these are just footprints. I thought I had blood dripping out of me. I was like, what the hell? Was I not paying attention when something happened? I panicked. Oh, it sucks I can't, like, be like, sup, Baron? Let's chat, friend. I'm sorry. Bro. I'm sorry that happened, bro. Broseph. Huh? Gah! Are you alright, Master Male? Did you see that? In the aqueduct? The ghost? There must be a better explanation than that. Well, I'm not here to tell you what you saw. Wouldn't that be for the first time people have seen ghosts around these... Okay, let me try that again. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. I don't think it was a ghost. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you what you saw. Well, I think I found Johann's last lost sheep. I'm gonna head home. Take care, Master Mailer. Good night, Till. Iris is beautiful. Figures in the shrine to Saint Christopher are quite nice. Whoa. Do you see these butterflies fucking? I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. Their butterflies are fucking. They're gone now. Wait. Now there's two. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Shrine to St. Moritz. The statue looks ancient. Mill. We've got new places. At Staub. Hey, buddy. Like the switches. This looks like a Dutch windmill. What's it doing in Bavaria? Just go straight to the Roman ruins. A child's drawings. I wonder who the artist is. That's got to be who was jumping. A kid. There's a kid playing around here. That's dangerous. Collapsed. This must have allowed access to the aqueduct. We need to get to the bottom of this, okay? Can't have a kid jumping up at those heights, alright? It's dangerous. We gotta get safety rails put along the ruins. Glass windows, probably made in the Low Countries. There's definitely lots of room to explore in this game, and I really appreciate that about it, given that, you know, it is limited by being a 2D little thing. Ah! No! Hang on. Pale horse! Pale horse! Still on the floor! Being silent? Matins, the pale horse! Death! Oh god. Monastic hour responding at 2 a.m. Death at 2 a.m.? Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. A grounding technique? I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Oh, hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. I was summoned because there was a me being created of me, and my input was required. I must show the me. Important. So here is the me. You can see the similarities are you know, my hair is tied back right now, but if I untie it, that's pretty close. There was also this one, which was, you know, the fro version. But I think this actually is pretty, they did a good job. So I had to go, they wanted some input on me as a me, so I had to go deliver that. Sorry to interrupt a pivotal scene. Let's continue this awesome game. Alright. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she alright? She is, yes. Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What is she doing in there? Does she live in the church? She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised you haven't noticed her before. If you come to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window to her cell. Her cell? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation, and sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to Tassing, or was she a nun at Kirsau? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine alley in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. One second. Alright. Benedictine. Founded in the 6th century, the Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience. Okay, we've read that one. Bavaria, a powerful duchy in the southeastern Holy Roman Empire. It is east of Swabia and north of Tyrol. Tassing and Kirsau sit in the extreme south of the duchy, near the border with Tyrol. And I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all of the monks and nuns at Kirsau could read, even poor brother Volkbert. That is... yeah, we remember. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Oh, 'cause now I know. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She is not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best as I can. You know, something I think is interesting is I've seen this text does things. It does interesting things. Like sometimes the outlines appear before he says, and I feel like when it's doing that, it's when someone is very carefully choosing their words, or they're constructing kind of their sentence very, like what they're saying is very careful. And then there's kind of like a thing where, you know, the text will sometimes, like, you know, it changes when your perception of their class changes, and I wonder if that's because it's also the because it's being written down. And so what we're seeing is a historical representation of it, and that's kind of what we see. And sometimes we see like it's erased and then written over with a certain type of font. And it's almost like it's like, well, the perception of this character with that knowledge that they're of a lower class or something is now writing over my perception of them. It's really interesting. It's interesting. Just the way this game is structured is very thoughtful. I think I'm really enjoying myself. I don't really want to stop playing, but I have to, because, you know, I got stuff to do. But yeah. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Amelie was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. Wait, we came from the... The Drucker house, of course, they're upset because they wanted to have dinner and I didn't show. Hey, Schlau. More ruins? I wonder if they're from the old Roman colony. Passing is lucky to have so much woundwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. I want to fucking... Is it not late enough? Is it really not late enough for me to do it or something? Like, I want to go sneak into that fucking library, man. It's night. Everyone's in their houses and the houses are locked. Why can't I sneak in? I'm going back. I have to be able to. What is this up here? That's windows. Okay, yeah. I have to be able to go in there, man. I feel like there's no way. There's no way I can't go in there yet. Oh, the forest. Let's check out the forest. We haven't done that yet. Find something cool, maybe? Smokey's home? Who the heck is Smokey? Whoa, look at that owl. Hoot hoo, motherfucker. Most of this felling is for the Abbey's renovations of firewood. The town can only gather sticks. The Shrine of Saint Sasha. A carving of Saint Sasha. It looks quite old. Let's see what we get here. One of Tassing's patron saints, Sasha was a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided St. Moritz soldiers with food in the dead of winter. She was martyred for her actions. Rotten and full of bugs. No wonder Otto hasn't split it up. The waterfall must flow down from the snowmelt in the mountains above the abbey. Tassing's old salt mine. How the town made money before the Imperial Road opened up. Also called the Via Imperii. The Imperial Road links Venice in the south with Stettin on the Baltic Sea in the north. It passes through Verona, Innsbruck, Nuremberg, and many other cities along the way. It also brings thousands of travelers to Tassing and Kirsau every year. Well, we got some lore dumps, so that made this not a total waste of time. These figures look like they were carved by someone without formal training. Attilia's home, so we didn't get to meet her. Johan's family keeps beehives for the honey and wax. Feel like anyone around? Damn, like everyone goes to bed. I'm kind of surprised that there's not someone like a ne'er-do-well or something hanging out. Bakery. More ruins? I wonder if they're from the old Roman colony. Nothing is lucky to have so much. Okay, I've been here. I have been here. Alright, let's get out of here. I've gotta just accept. I'm gonna miss some things. Oof. I'm gonna miss some things and that's okay, alright? God though, I want to go to the library. I'm like upset. I'm deeply upset that I couldn't go to the library. There's gotta be a way, man. Maybe it'll happen like I'll be in bed and then it'll be like, it is late night. Would you like to go to the midnight channel? Alright. Damn. Look at him. I gotta get myself a cap like that so I can terrorize my household. Damn, everyone's a fucking sleep, bro. This is when I should be able to go to the library. No. No, I refuse. I refuse. I am going. Going to the library. I have to try. I have to try. If I don't try, then I'm gonna beat myself up about it if I don't get the chance to go later. I have to do it. I know a shortcut. It's called holding right. Can't be for fucking real. There's gotta be another way. Maybe wrapping around the lower abbey or something? Gotta be a way I can sneak. Guess not. Alright, I've wasted enough time. I apologize, okay? But it just seems fishy to me that they've given me all of the everything I need to want to do that, and then they just have gone, no. And it's like, what? What do you mean, no? What is this down here? I can't even go down there. What a trek, man. Yeah, just take me. Okay. Maybe I can read my banned book. I heart banned books. I really should clean this up. Can I spend the time to clean it up? Alright, go to bed. It's getting late, I should get some rest. Stay awake? No, I don't think it'll do anything. I don't think that's like a time passes and I stay awake thing. Alright. We got our nightcap on. Same. Oof. Work. Time to get back to work. Alright. Something about this doesn't sound good. Alright, well, unfortunately, this will have to be saved for the next stream, the next episode. Oh. So, thank you for tuning in. This has been the first episode of what will hopefully be a very timely and regularly occurring streaming series of Pentiment. I want to play the rest of this game. I am having a blast. It is not of my will that I am stopping, okay? I'm stopping because that's kind of the chunk that I had to draw the line there so that I can do a couple other things before I have to go to work tomorrow. So, you enjoyed what you saw, there's all these cool ways you can support the stream and keep abreast of what's going on and let you know when the next Pentiment stream is happening, everything. There's my Bandcamp where I make music. You can check that out. Buy some of the music maybe, if you feel so inclined, if you like it. There is my Blue Sky where I bleat, as they say. PayPal, I always can use a couple of bucks, man. I love money. I need money desperately. There is Threads, which is I got Threads. I guess I have it. Yeah, it's better than not having it, I guess. I've got Twitch. That's where you're watching this live. If you're watching it on YouTube, I stream them live, so you can go check it out on Twitch. Make sure to hit that little bell, all that stuff. YouTube, same thing, hit that freaking bell. And then I still have X, although I don't use it, but it's there. So, if that's what you use, you can follow my account. And I guess if it ever, I don't know, goes under different leadership or something, maybe I'll come back. Who knows? For now, I'm probably not going to be using it. But yeah, you can follow that too. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. It has been wonderful to be playing this great game for you, and we'll get another chapter whenever I get a chance to stream again. So thanks for tuning in. See you later. Okomot out. Thanks for watching.